Imagine playing Russian roulette. You know the odds. One chamber, one bullet. You spin the cylinder, place the gun to your head and pull the trigger. What happens? Most likely you're dead. But what if, in a parallel universe, you survive? This is the intriguing, albeit unsettling premise of quantum immortality. It suggests that every time a quantum measurement occurs, the universe splits, creating parallel realities where all possible outcomes transpire. In one reality, you meet a tragic end. In another, you live to tell the tale. This might sound like science fiction, but it stems from a legitimate scientific theory known as the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics. Quantum mechanics is a branch of physics that governs the behavior of matter at the atomic and subatomic levels. It's a realm where things don't always behave as we expect in our macroscopic world. One of the most bizarre aspects of quantum mechanics is that particles exist in a superposition of states, meaning they can be in multiple states simultaneously until measured. The many worlds interpretation, proposed by physicist Hugh Everett III in 1957, attempts to explain this peculiarity. It posits that every time a quantum measurement is made, the universe splits into multiple universes, each representing a different outcome. So, in the Russian roulette scenario, instead of one outcome, life or death, both occur. In one universe, the bullet fires, while in another, it doesn't. You, the observer, continue to exist in the universe where you survive. The many worlds interpretation isn't the only explanation for quantum weirdness. The more widely accepted Copenhagen interpretation, developed in the 1920s, suggests that there's only one universe, and when a quantum measurement is made, the wave function of the particle collapses, forcing it into a single state. Think of it like flipping a coin. Before you flip it, it exists in a superposition of both heads and tails. Once it lands, it collapses into a definite state, either heads or tails. While the Copenhagen interpretation is simpler to grasp, it doesn't explain what causes the wave function to collapse, or how the universe chooses which outcome becomes reality. One of the most famous illustrations of the Copenhagen interpretation is Schrödinger's cat thought experiment. Imagine a cat sealed inside a box with a device that has a 50% chance of releasing a lethal poison. According to the Copenhagen interpretation, until the box is opened, the cat exists in a superposition of both alive and dead states. Only when we observe the cat, open the box, does its wave function collapse, revealing it to be either alive or dead. This thought experiment highlights the strangeness of quantum mechanics, where something can be in multiple states at once until observed. However, it doesn't explain what constitutes an observer, or how observation causes wave function collapse. Section 5. Quantum immortality and the many worlds interpretation. This is where quantum immortality comes in. If the many worlds interpretation is correct, then every time a quantum measurement occurs, the universe splits, creating a branch where each possible outcome happens. So, in the case of Schrödinger's cat, there would be a universe where the cat lives and another where it dies. Applying this to human existence, quantum immortality suggests that even when faced with a fatal event, there will always be a universe where you survive. Your consciousness then would continue to exist in those realities where you remain alive. This doesn't mean you'd be invincible or live forever in any single reality. It simply means that from your subjective experience you would only ever experience the realities where you survive. Section 6. The Self in the Multiverse. Are we Legion? Quantum immortality raises profound philosophical questions about the nature of self and consciousness. If every quantum measurement creates a new universe with a different version of ourselves, then which version is the real us? Are we a single unified consciousness, or are we a multitude of selves spread across the multiverse? These are questions without easy answers. Some philosophers argue that consciousness is an emergent property that arises from the complex interactions within our brains. If so, then each version of ourselves in the multiverse would have its own distinct consciousness. Others propose that there's a fundamental underlying consciousness that permeates all realities and that our individual consciousnesses are simply fragments of this larger whole. Section 7. Implications for life and death. A new perspective. Quantum immortality, if true, has significant implications for our understanding of life and death. It suggests that death may not be the end, but rather a transition to a different reality. It also challenges our perception of ourselves as singular entities, implying that we are part of a vast, interconnected web of existence. Of course, it's essential to remember that quantum immortality is a theoretical concept, not a scientifically proven fact. It relies on the many worlds interpretation, which itself is just one of several interpretations of quantum mechanics. Section 8. Beyond quantum immortality. Other forms of eternal existence. The quest for immortality has captivated humanity for centuries. While quantum immortality offers a fascinating perspective, it's not the only theoretical path to eternal existence. Other concepts like mind uploading, biological immortality, and the technological singularity also explore ways to transcend our current limitations. Whether any of these concepts will ever be achievable remains to be seen. However, they highlight our enduring fascination with overcoming death and achieving a state of being beyond our current comprehension. Section 9. Conclusion: the everlasting enigma. Quantum immortality is a mind-bending concept that forces us to confront the fundamental mysteries of the universe and our place within it. While it remains a theoretical possibility, it sparks our imaginations and encourages us to question the very nature of reality, consciousness, and the meaning of existence. Perhaps in the grand tapestry of the multiverse, death is not the end, but merely a transition to another chapter in our never-ending story. Or perhaps it's all just a cosmic quirk, a tantalizing glimpse into the infinite possibilities that lie hidden within the quantum realm. Either way, the quest to unravel the mysteries of life, death, and the universe itself continues to drive our insatiable curiosity.